Hi, my name is Barry Schwartz. Today is Friday, May 22nd. This is the Search Buzz video recap. Basically, what we talk about is the past week over at the Search Engine Roundtable. I didn't do the video last week. I was planning on it, but I have news to announce. If you haven't heard, I had a little baby girl, my first child. I'm not going to post any pictures because the wife wants the baby to be, private and not an internet celebrity. But anyway, thanks for everybody who commented and everybody who sent, their wishes and sent little gifts. Thank you so much. It's been a very, beautiful moment for me and beautiful moment for my wife, and we all appreciate everything you've been doing. I finally got a good night's sleep last night, so hopefully this video will be done soon and it'll look great. And thanks for listening again. We'll get right into the topic shortly. And again, today is Friday, May 22nd, and here we go. The major news over the past 2 weeks was that Google launched something called, what we're calling Wonder Wheel, also the search options. They talked about at their Searchology conference or presentation. And this includes a new way for Google to actually display the search results outside of universal results. So you do a search now, you'll see this little link at the top left that says show search options. And it gives you a breakdown of all these different types of search results. So now I'm going to click on it, and it's going to go ahead and show me I can see, all results for video, forms, different sections, different types of search results. I can also see results within a certain time frame, anytime, 24 hours, week, year. It also show me images from the pages, show me the Wonder Wheel or the timeline. The Wonder Wheel is pretty cool. It actually shows you search topics based on your keyword. So if I type in test, then it gives me the ability to click on a geek test. Then it gives you refinements for more search options. For an SEO, this is great to see how you expand your search keyword list. There's also a timeline feature which shows you over time how many documents have been found within a certain time frame for this type of query. It's pretty neat. You should definitely check it out. It's a little link. Do a search in Google right now. Type in whatever you want. Click on the search options at the top, show options, and play with it. It's really fun, especially the Wonder Wheel. So you definitely want to take a look at that. Also announced was Google's actually enabling something called rich snippets for webmasters. So now if you want to include snippets such as reviews, vCards like business data like the address and phone number, you want to include there's lots of different things in here. I forgot the area. So reviews, people information, product information, and business information. So all those types of things you could actually add more with what we're calling, I think they're using RDFA and micro formats to mark up the actual HTML on your page, and Google will go ahead and read that stuff and possibly would show richer snippets in the actual search results. So they might show reviews, or they might show more advanced information about the actual address of a business or something like that, depending on the query. I wrote a poll saying, will people use it? Currently, 54% said they will, 28% said maybe, and 50% said no. I'm actually personally testing it on some sites, and I'll let you know how that goes. In addition, this week, Google announced that they're enhancing their search suggestions. So if you do a search, type in the search box in Google, it could actually show you several different things now. It's going to show you ads in some cases in the actual search drop-down box, the search suggestions. It will also show you improved navigational queries. So if you're doing a search for a specific type of query that's more navigational based, will actually show you a link directly to that page if they think it's navigational. They'll also show you search suggestions on the actual search results page. They didn't do that in the past. They removed the estimates count, so they're no longer going to say 300 results, 300,000 results, or whatever it might be. They removed the estimates because it's not useful, they said. And also they're going to bold the actual query in the actual search term. And they're also tailoring your search suggestions for your personalized search query. So they know who you are, and they're going to tailor those search results. I have a detailed post about all these different changes on May 21st for the search suggestions. Finally, in this round of discussion, Google News got an update, as well as Google Blog Search got a smaller update. Google News had more of a UI update, a user interface update, where they're now showing colors, new color frames around each section. So for business, finance, whatever it might be. Also, their YouTube logos embedded in any videos that might be there in the news results. Plus, the section pages, obviously top stories, business, etc., are now featured in the media files. On the blog search side, it's not more of a UI update, it's less of a UI update, but they're actually better at grouping blog posts now. It's more of a functional update. They're better at grouping blog posts in clusters. They're more and more fresher blog posts in these clusters found. They're processing new links much faster. The ranking algorithm has been tuned a bit. There's a slight interface change that most people won't even notice, and they're better determining the authority of different blog posts. So there's lots of things going on with blog search, and there's also a lot of things going on in news search. And if you want to read more about that, that's May 19th. I have two updates to tell you about. One is a Google update, what we reported on May 12th. It seemed to be a minor update. Not many people were talking about it. If you want to learn more about that, look at seroundtable.com about May 12th. In addition, there was a Yahoo Search Japan update, which might signal that there might be an update on the U.S. side. I know U.S. and Japan are separate indexes, and they're managed by separate teams, but it's very possible. The last Yahoo Search update we had was back in March 2009. Usually they do it every month, so I guess they skipped a month or so. But we do have a report about that as of today on May 22nd. So if you want to learn more about those updates, check out seroundtable.com. Advertisers should be happy. Google AdWords announced that they're now going to go ahead and show you in one of their reports, which basically shows you all your queries and what type of clicks you're getting for those queries. They used to lump queries that are more long-tailed that you didn't get a lot of into what a group called other unique queries. And the problem with that is advertisers didn't know what those other unique queries were actually delivering. Google has now promised, and they're actually showing this right now, to show you all queries. So there's no more other unique queries, and now advertisers can actually get and see all that data without any problems. If you want more information about that, May 21st, advertisers didn't really talk about it yet, but I think they are excited about it, even though there's not much talking about it. Two cool things that are going on in the search ad business. On the Google side, Google's testing what I call one-line product links within the actual ad. So you know how Google sometimes has that plus box, and you click on the plus box in the ad, and out comes these products from Google Base that advertiser is advertising in Google Base. So it's actually showing products in the actual Google product search results in the actual ad on the search ad side, but in Google Web Search. So you see an ad for example, the example I give here is an ad for medical equipment. And when you do a search for medical equipment, up comes an ad which has a plus sign in it, and you click on the plus sign, up comes images of ads. But now, some people are noticing that Google's testing one-line links to these ads, to these product results, as opposed to showing a plus sign with enhanced listing. It'll just show links directly in the ad without adding a plus sign to it. We have a picture of it. It's hard to explain exactly. May 12th at seroundtable.com if you want to take a look. On the Yahoo side, Yahoo started testing favorite icons in the search ads. So if you do a search for Expedia in Yahoo Search, you might see a little little small icon on the left side of the URL. You might want to take a look at that. It's pretty cool. Google has been testing this for a while. We haven't seen them stick with it, but hopefully it is a nice feature. I like to see it, especially for navigational types of queries. On the AdSense side of the thing, we have two topics to talk to you about. One is that there was a post at Webmaster World, which we wrote about on May 20th, that people have been noticing that if they slow down their server so that's a little bit slower, a little bit lagged, they notice that their ads are clicked on more often than not. So they're seeing an increase in their earnings for slower servers. Sometimes this happens by accident, sometimes this happens more often. We actually put a poll up there asking which one earns more money for you, a slower server or a faster server. The majority of people said 48% said faster servers equals more money, and only 25% said slower servers equal money, whereas another 23% said it has zero impact to speed of your server and AdSense. There's no correlation at all. I wonder if Google has any data on that. That would be pretty interesting. On May 14th, we reported that there was a bug with AdSense with specific Linux types of browsers. If you have Linux running as an OS, sometimes Google would show an ad that wasn't really an ad at all. It would show you basically a test ad. It says text goes here. It says the www.url, your URL goes here. It's like some type of test ad. Google acknowledged this bug. I personally didn't see it because I'm not running Linux, but hopefully it will be fixed soon because there's not many Linux browser users out there, but if there are, they may have noticed this AdSense bug. So a week or maybe 2 weeks ago, Google announced Google Profiles, where you could actually verify your profile, which I did and I talked to you about in the past. The problem was I ordered my business cards, which are right over here. And I got actually 2 business cards because I have 2 different verified profiles. And what happens was I tried to search on my name, Barry Schwartz, in Google, and my profile didn't come up. So I went ahead and blogged about it, complained. And then a Googler came over and commented and said, yeah, this is actually, you're tripping a filter, which is called a celebrity filter. And they said that my name, Barry Schwartz, was tripping the filter. I don't know if it was because of me or some other Barry Schwartz. And they went ahead and removed that celebrity filter from my name. So obviously, for names like Britney Spears, Michael Jordan, all these very popular filters, you don't want to have the profile to come up. But in some cases, you do. And this is pretty neat. And I guess you have a very standard name like John Smith, it might not come up. But overall, it's pretty cute. And we'll see what happens with it. Everybody's getting very, very excited for Microsoft to make their big announcement about their new search engine. Some people are codenamed Kumo or Bing? Is it going to be on live.com? Is it going to be an MSN search? Is it going to be a Microsoft search? We don't know the name. We don't know the brand yet. But supposedly it's going to be demoed next week at the All Things Digital conference, Wall Street Journal conference. And that's going to be the demo, and everybody's very excited to take a look at it. There's a lot of cool new features that people are very excited to see. In addition, at XMX Advanced, that's when it's rumored to actually, which is the first week of June or so. I think the first week of June, at XMX Advanced, we're expecting the search engine to go live. So the demo hopefully will be next week at the All Things Digital Conference, and we're not sure, that they'll go live at XMX Advanced in Seattle in the first week of June. We're expecting a lot of things. We'll see. We have a post about it on May 20th. Some news on the Ask.com front. One is they have a crazy, ridiculous banners like taking over the whole entire homepage with their Fox and movie production type of ad deal. It's pretty cool in that it's actually search enabled, but it's pretty interesting. It's definitely very, very interesting. I'm not sure if it's cool or they're strapped for money or whatever, but that's a side note. On May 13th, we blogged about the news which happened on May 12th, that Jim Safka, the person who replaced Jim Lanzone as a CEO for Ask.com, is stepping down for personal reasons. He supposedly has done a lot for Ask.com. I personally don't aggressively agree with everything that he's done. It's stepping up in his place is Scott Garrell, who was the president of Ask.com, and he will be taking over the lead over there. So Jim Safka, who was really the Barry Diller's right-hand man going through everything, is stepping down from the whole company, IAC, for personal reasons, and I wish him best of luck with everything, and I guess we'll see how Ask.com goes forward from here. All right, so Jill Whalen, over the high-ranking advisor, wrote a post called "Setting Up an SEO Shop Overnight." She basically has some pretty nice one-liners in there. SEO companies are springing up like dandelions, basically like a weed. She's complaining that anybody from anywhere who has no knowledge in anything is basically going ahead and starting these SEO companies because it's the thing to do, it's easy to make money. But she's upset because it's making a bad name for SEO companies that have been around, that have experience. So the bottom line is not about the SEO companies springing up left and right. It's really about, if you're somebody looking for an SEO company to hire, make sure they have the experience, make sure it's not too good to be true, make sure they have a proven track record, there's information about them online, and that they're not out there to make a quick buck when they have zero experience on making you and your site more search engine visible and ranking well. So just be careful. We have a post about it on May 19th with links to the post. So if you need more information about that, definitely check it out. Thank you so much for listening to the Search Buzz Video Recap. My name is Barry Schwartz. This is the news we covered over at scroundtable.com, the Search Engine Roundtable. Today, again, is Friday, May 22nd. Tune in next week for the Search Buzz Video Recap. And again, happy to be a new dad. And guys, I guess I'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye.